Good morning. I'm Eric Spielman in Monterey Park. We're learning a little bit more about the man responsible for killing 10 people at a dance hall here. But what we still don't know, why did he do it? I'll have the latest coming up.
Good morning. I'm Frank Buckley. 36 mass shootings in America so far this year. Monterey Park, one of 3 senseless acts of gun violence over the weekend. Once again, lawmakers in Washington are debating what can be done about it. We're live from Washington, D.C. with a response from our elected leaders in our nation's capital.
Good morning. I'm Annie Rose Ramos. We are at a family crisis center set up for the families of the victims of those who lost their lives in Saturday night's Monterey Park mass shooting. Coming up, what we know at this hour, the very latest on those victims.
Good morning. I'm Jessica Holmes, one of 2 Good Samaritans who authorities say stopped the gunman from carrying out a shooting at a second location. Are speaking out this morning, details about his encounter and why authorities say the men saved lives.
Good morning. I'm Sam Rubin, new here at 10 o'clock. The show does go on at the Sundance Film Festival. Controversy involving one film and a huge deal involving another. We'll talk about it coming up.
It's about a minute away from 10 o'clock. Good morning. Clear skies, sunny weather, but cold temperatures, especially overnight. It's going to be on the cold side and windy conditions. We've had a lot of trees down in various areas across Southern California. Our highs today, 60 coastal, 65 degrees for downtown Los Angeles, also 65 degrees when you go into the Inland Empire. High desert, or the Inland Empire actually at 59. Orange County Inland, 64 degrees. High desert up to 54 degrees. Frank, back to you.
A candlelight vigil takes place tonight for the victims of the mass shooting in Monterey Park. Meantime, LA County Sheriff's investigators are still looking for a motive after that gunman opened fire inside a dance hall, killing 10 people. KTLA's Eric Spillman live in
But you can't really say that this area is back to normal. It will always be marred by what happened here. This morning we're learning a little bit more about the man responsible for all the killing. However, we still don't have a motive. Last night police served a search warrant at his home in Hemet.
Sheriff's Department, search warrant. Come out with your hands up.
The man thought to have committed one of the worst mass killings in LA County history lived in a mobile home park for seniors in Hemet. Law enforcement swarmed his home last night. They are trying to learn as much as they can about him, neighbors say. So the last year or so had lived by himself and seemed friendly.
You'd stop to pay. Little guy, you know, the people I've talked to are just stunned that he was involved in this.
But the LA Times reports Tron had recently showed up at a Hemet police station and said that his family was trying to poison him. And on Saturday night, the Lunar New Year's Eve, authorities say Tron walked into the Star Ballroom dance studio here in Monterey Park and opened fire, killing a total of 10 people, 5 men and 5 women. He wounded 10 others. The sheriff says he used a type of weapon that is illegal in California, a semi-automatic pistol with an extended large-capacity magazine attached to it. Once he started shooting, he reloaded so that he could kill more victims. And after he was finished in Monterey Park, he drove to the Lai Ballroom in Alhambra. There, witnesses say he walked in with his gun in his hand, but people there wrestled it away from him, no doubt preventing more people from getting killed. 12 hours later, Tron was finally found in a white cargo van parked in Torrance. When police first tried to make contact, they heard a gunshot from inside. That's when they called in the SWAT team. They found Tron slumped over the steering wheel. Authorities say Tron shot and killed himself. Inside his van, officers found a handgun and other evidence tying him to both crime scenes. This morning, there are many, many questions. The biggest is why.
We still are not clear on the motive. The investigation continues, and that is something we are all extremely, we want to know. We want to know how something like this, something this awful can happen.
This morning, CNN is reporting that Tran had once been a regular patron here at the Star Ballroom. He came here often and gave informal lessons and met his wife here. His now ex-wife tells CNN Tran was quick to anger and that if she missed a step dancing, he would get upset because he thought it made him look bad. A friend says Tran was hostile to a lot of the people at the dance hall because he believed they didn't like him and said evil things about him. This morning, people who live here say they're saddened that Monterey Park has joined a club that no one ever wants to join. Been here, living here a long time, and now people across the country have heard of Monterey Park.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's my family is saying that we're going to have this, in our mark. We're going to be part of the many cities that have been tragic, been part of this tragic stories of gun violence. Just that situation that Monterey Park is going to be known for.
At 11:30 this morning, the governor and the mayor of Monterey Park will hold a news conference to give an update on the investigation, perhaps to tell us more about how the people who are still hospitalized are doing. We will bring you that news conference when it happens. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, Eric, we thank you for that. The Langley Senior Citizen Center in Monterey Park is now open as a resource center for shooting survivors and relatives of the victims. It offers counseling as well as other services and information. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live in Monterey Park now with those details. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hi, Jessica. Good morning to you. Yeah, we were expecting to hear from the mayor, Mayor Henry Lowe. He's the mayor of Monterey Park. We understand he has spent his morning surveying the scene of the shooting. It's just a few blocks from us here, just about a 5 or 6 minute walk. We then expected him to come over here and give us an update, but we now know the latest information we're getting from city officials is that he is going to wait for the governor, Governor Gavin Newsom, who is expected to arrive here at the Langley Senior Center at around 11 a.m. And we now understand that the two of them, the mayor of Monterey Park and the governor of California, Governor Gavin Newsom, will address the media and the public together at around 11:30 this morning. They've set up a podium here, and we are standing next to a lot of other media outlets, so we are preparing to hear from the both of them at 11:30. Now, the senior center you were talking about behind me, Jessica, that was set up yesterday from the mayor, the LA Mayor's Crisis Center, who came in to assist the Monterey Park, the city of Monterey Park, and they say they set it up yesterday. We also heard from officials yesterday evening who talked about the importance of setting up a center like this one for the families of the victims. Take a listen.
During a time of celebration, during the annual Lunar New Year, when families gather together, we know that our community has faced a tragic incident. So shocking, sad, and horrible. For those seeking assistance and trauma relief, please visit the Langley Center here in the city of Monterey Park.
For the trauma of all the families that are now left behind dealing with such devastation.
All right, so take a look at this. We have been at the Langley Center here all morning long since its doors opened at 7 a.m. This is where they are notifying the families of each of those 10 deaths, 10 lives lost on Saturday evening during that mass shooting right here in Monterey Park. Multiple agencies are here, Frank and Jessica, including the Red Cross. I spoke to one Red Cross worker who tells me their main job today is to feed and console any and all of the families affected. This is not just a place for people who can go to and mourn together. It is a resource center where people can come to receive mental health services. We know the LA Mayor's Crisis Response Team is also here, as well as the Department of Mental Health. Now, back here, live here, you can see the folks are setting up for the podium at the Langley Senior Center. We know that, again, the governor is on their way here. Just a little bit to my right, you can see the fire department also arriving here. We understand, again, the mayor and fire department officials here in Monterey Park surveying the scene of that shooting. We also want to bring you an update from the LA County Coroner. My Nan. She was 65 years old. The second, another woman, her name was Lailan Lee. She was 63 years old. The LA County Coroner's Office also giving us an idea about the victims' ages. We understand that 3 other women who lost their lives on Saturday night, the 3 women who died were in their 50s and 60s. Now the 5 men who died, they were in their 70s and 60s. Now back here at the Senior Center behind me, again, a lot of hustle and bustle as they start to prepare for the governor who's arriving here in just over an hour. The Mayor Henry Lowe of Monterey Park. We expect to hear from them at around 11:30 a.m. where we hope to get an update on those victims. But the families of the victims, officials here say that only about 2 of the families have been notified, so they expect to receive about 7 or 8 of those families today in order to help them. We also saw multiple canine units. Those are animal support animals in order to help those who are grieving. We've seen a lot of food come in and out, so they are prepared for those families of the victim. Reporting live from the Langley Senior Center, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
And Annie Rose, you've been on this since early yesterday morning and throughout today with clear and compassionate reporting. We want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Annie Rose. And of course, we'll get back to the Langley Center when the governor arrives and the Mayor Lowe as well. But for now, I want to check in with Mark as he's telling us about the weather this week.
You can see if you're not in a windy spot, it's starting to warm up nicely, and most of Southern California not exactly in those wind warning or wind advisory spots. Even the Morongo Casino camera not doing much shaking at all whatsoever. Here we go with our conditions for this afternoon. Los Angeles will have a daytime high, Los Angeles 60 degrees. That's 5 degrees warmer than yesterday at this